dear ones. Sorry, the video cut off there, so I'm going to continue now. So today, your task is to create a poster about the 5 senses. So I have attached a worksheet, and you can use the templates that I've given you, and it's to create a flap book kind of thing. No, not flat book kind of thing. flaps on your poster to create like fact boxes on there. Now, if you want to, you can follow that, and that'd be absolutely great. But you can also, if you want to, make your very own poster about the 5 senses. Tell me about what you can remember about the 5 senses. What could you put on your poster? How can you tell other people about the 5 senses to give them all the information that you have learned? So it's up to you. You can follow the worksheet that I've given you and use that, or you can make your very own poster. Now, before you go and you go off to go and do your poster, I want to talk to you about a couple of things. I want to ask you this question. What would you do if you lost one of your senses? So imagine, what would you do if you lost the sense of sight? What would you do if you lost the sense of hearing? What would you do if you lost the sense of taste? What would you do if you lost the sense of smell? And what would you do if you lost the sense of touch? How would that make you feel? What do you think you would do? Pause the video here. I want you to have a chat with the person in the room. So, welcome back. So, imagine if you lost either the sense of sight or you lost the sense of hearing, how would you communicate? If you couldn't see anymore, how would you be able to know where to go? How would you be able to read things? How would you be able to write? That's a very interesting thought, isn't it? What do you think you would need to do? Pause the video here and have a chat with the person in the room about how you would communicate if you couldn't see anymore. Welcome back. What did you decide? What did you talk about? So, did you know that people that couldn't see or can't see, they can read with their fingers? Did you know that? They can. They have this very special thing called Braille. Now here, this is the Braille alphabet. And what happens is the dots are embossed. That means they're pressed onto paper. And that means they're raised. So when you move your finger across paper, normally it's really smooth, isn't it? But when there's Braille on there, you can feel the tiny dots. Now, each of these dots here represent a letter. So if I wanted to write my name, this would be my first letter, M. Then this would be my second letter, R. This would be my third letter, S. Then I would have a space. And then I would have these dots to represent H for hand. Then I would have this dot to represent the A. Then I would have these dots to represent the N. And lastly, I'd have these 3 dots to represent the D. Those would be the letters that would make my name. They would spell my name. And if I couldn't see and I needed to learn to read with my fingers, I could move my fingers over those dots on the page and I would be able to tell what letters they were and what the word was saying. How amazing is that? Now, if you have a look here, we've got some signs, and often now there are signs with Braille on so people can read them with their fingers. And also, there's another thing as well. People who cannot see very well or cannot see at all, they sometimes have an assistant to help them. Do you know what that assistant is? Yes, it's a guide dog. Now, often people who are blind or who cannot see very well, they might need a guide dog to help them walking around, going to the shops, crossing roads. And the guide dog is really, really trained to be able to guide them through busy areas, into the right shops, to take them to the right places that they need to go. And did you know as well, when you go to cross the road, and you have to push the button and we see the green man, if I couldn't see the green man, what does it do to alert me that I know it's time to cross the road? That's right, it makes that beeping sound, doesn't it? It goes beep, 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 beep. And that makes me know, oh, it's time to cross the road. So if I couldn't see the green man, I know that I can cross because of the sound. But did you know there's something else that can help you? So when you press the button, if you feel underneath, there's a small little thing that spins around. And if you press the button and you wait for that, when the green man is beeping, if you feel for this thing, it moves around, and that will also tell you it's time to cross. So if you can't see and you can't hear as well very well, if you put your hand underneath there, you will feel it spinning, and that will alert you to tell you it's time to cross the road. How interesting, though, that there are still many ways to communicate, even if you can't see. Isn't that fantastic? And you can investigate this as well. When you're out again, when we're allowed to go out again, have a look around you. Can you see any Braille signs anywhere? So it's little dots, remember, can you see on here, that are raised up to tell you what those things are for. Now, that's if you can't see. But if you can see but you can't hear, how do you communicate then? Do you know? Let me show you. There's this amazing thing called sign language. Sign language. Now, sign language is using your hands to communicate again. So instead of using your mouth, because remember, if you can't hear, you're going to find it very tricky to be able to talk to somebody else. So you use your hands to communicate using sign language. Now, here are all the different letters of the alphabet that you can use to make up words. Now, I will say though, there are different signs for different words. You don't have to spell out every single word each time. So there's lots of different signs that will give you different words. But this is just a start to show you how it works. Now I'm going to show you my name now in sign language, and it goes like this. We've got s, a, n, t. Okay, shall I try that again? So we've got s, a, n, d. Mrs. Hand. I wonder if you can finger spell your name. So have a look at this chart here, and it will show you how to create the different symbols with your hands. I wonder if you can have a go at finger spelling your name in sign language. Do you think you can? Fantastic. I am really excited to see your senses poem, your senses poster today. Now remember, you can follow the worksheet or you can do your very own poster. And remember, you need to do it to give people all the information that we have learned about our 5 senses. And I'm really excited to see if you can have a go at using your finger sign language to spell out your name. If you do have a go at that, get your mum or dad or whoever you live with to video you and send it in to us. We'd love to see it. Now you take care, everyone, and I'll hopefully see you very, very soon. Take care now.